introduction. I don't think I will be able to do that justification tomorrow when I read out his profile, because his profile is very huge. At the outset, I would like to thank all the dignitaries on the dais, Reverend Father Kurianos, Parish Priest Amkachi, Reverend Father N.T. Jose, Assistant Parish Priest, Headmissus Sister Teslin, Sister Pauline, Superior, and my dear Reverend Father Solomon, and my dear beloved elder brother, and of course Mr. John Devraj. I am delighted to be here as one of the guests. I was sitting there trying to recall. I become a little emotional because when I was in school days, you are all fortunate that you all have a beautiful colored dress, shoes, and the attire. When I was in school days, we didn't have a proper dress like this. Who said that you are in rural? I think you all live in a city, because that's the kind of potential that I see. I can already see the power in you people's eyes. I can see the power in you people's eyes, that you can do wonders in this. It's a beautiful. We live in a city, Bangalore. It's full of pollution, full of busy life. This is the first time that's what I've always been seeing. Father, I've seen my elder brother, who used to always tell me, Kishore, you used to always insist and tell me that you should balance in your life, balance in life. I never understood what is balancing. I thought, what is imbalance that I have in me? So I used to ask my own questions. But I realized when I started seeing failures in my life, when I started seeing failure after failure, failure after failure, and success after success, that made me realize what is balancing. I think, thank you, Father, for that, inculcating that practice in me, and that is what. And John read out my profile. I don't know whether I'll be able to put it. When I started my career in 1994, as a journalist, founder of This Week group of news portal, I was the pioneer to bring out a neighborhood news weeklies in 1994. When I started, I had no office, I had no grant, I had no money, I had nothing, I had no influence. I just had one thing in me, that is attitude. With that attitude, I am standing here. Yes, my dear students, how important is attitude is. How do we get this attitude? Can we borrow this attitude? Can we borrow this attitude from somebody? No, it cannot be borrowed, or it cannot be trained. Only the skill can be trained, attitude cannot be trained. So attitude, how do we get that attitude? How do we develop that attitude? It's very simple. You should have gratitude. Gratitude towards your parents. Gratitude towards your teachers. Gratitude towards your community and to the society. If you have that gratitude, you will be able to build that attitude. With that attitude, sky is the limit to reach. Don't be worried. I know you all will be worrying. I was also a very average student when I was in school days. I remember I used to, I think Father might remember, Father Solomon, we used to travel to and fro, 8 plus 8, 16 kilometers we used to travel to go to schools. So we had no proper shoes, we had no proper, today we wear blazer and all that. My children are very fortunate. And you people are very fortunate. Who said that? Though you all live in a rural area, but who said it's rural? It's a beautiful nature. So I'm blessed to be amidst this beautiful nature. And this, for the first time I'm seeing any schools, all the communities coming together, parents, teachers, and the locals coming and working towards. That is the biggest strength of Amkachi. Let's give a big applause for Amkachi. I have never seen this any of the international schools. We work, John must be knowing, I work with several international schools. And Father was saying that he overheard. There is no overheard. I'm telling from my bottom heart, since I work with a lot of international schools, they don't have that basic discipline because they've got everything. So I can see that power in your eyes. So yeah, when you become, my son, I have 2 children. My elder son came and asked me, he is now going to 2nd PUC. He asked me, Papa, last year when he asked me, he said, Papa, what should I do? What should I become in my life? First thing I told him, you first become a good human being. Okay. Then no, what profession should I choose? I asked him, what do you want to become? He said he wants to become an engineer. See, becoming engineer, doctor is all good. Anybody can become, by chance you can become. Okay, but what will happen is, if you become an engineer, I told my son, You become engineer, that will benefit only you and your family. If you become a doctor or if you become a software engineer, it will benefit you and your only family. But if you become an IAS, you will be helping the entire society and you will be helping the entire community. And that is what I told. So my dear students and parents here, motivate your children. In fact, if you take in our country, majority of the IAS and IPS officers all come from a very, very rural background. I hope all the dignitaries will agree. We have Dr. Sanglia, H.T. Sanglia, who's come from Mizoram. It's a very small town. He's an IPS officer. Today he's a super cop in Bangalore, in Karnataka, and he was an MP, and he's also going to contest in LP. So he's come from a very rural background. So you might be wondering how to become IAS. Nothing. There is no rocket science. If you have that attitude, sky is the limit. So aim for IAS, aim for IPS, aim for IFS. Okay, because only then you'll become a decision makers. You will have to become a decision makers. Things will change. Things will change over a period of years. Today, whatever you see, things will change. Revolution, who can change? Only you children, you youth can change it. So you must become a decision makers. You should become a policy making people. Don't be a follower. You must be a leader. Okay, never worried about, you should always become a leader. You should never become a follower. So that is the quality that is involved. Also, when it comes to success, you might be wondering, I have done what my friend read out my profile. Nothing great about it. Because my father Solomon used to always remember me and tell me, and I used to tell me that balance in life. I learned that art, balancing in life. The more you succeed in life, the more humble you should become. It is quite obvious to become humble and to sober when you fail in life. Because we fail in life to learn more. So that is the biggest art that I learned in my experience. The more you fail, because the solution, the problem and solution comes hand in hand. So you must always, so remember, you should always, as I said, it is humble, it is easy to be humble when you fail in life. But it is, what is more tough, when you succeed in life, you shouldn't become arrogant. The more you succeed, the more humble you should become. Only then, you will be able to balance it. So remember, my dear students, whatever you do for yourself, or whatever I do for myself, will vanish one day when I die. But whatever you do for others and to the society, only will remain as a legacy. So you all are going to be legends. You must bring that legacy. How do we bring that legacy? Thinking about society, doing things about society, and always think about environment, think about others. So that is what. So I already foresee a great future in your people, that you are a great future. Don't be shy, because nobody is going to pat you. You must pat yourself. That is what my life has been the best example. Also remember, my dear children, you all know I would like to give a small narration about salt. Aapko pata hai, namak. You all know namak, right? Salt. Do you know salt? How important is salt? Bahut important, hai na? That salt, without a pinch of salt, no matter what dish you prepare, which is the chef that you prepare,